we all are self-regulating, right? When you go out into the world and you have a duty to like ensure that you're not being reckless to other people in your vicinity, right?
We call that social contract.
Yeah, exactly. And we call that the duty to be a reasonably prudent person under the circumstances. Circumstances change, et cetera, but the highest duty, so we have a regular duty to be a reasonably prudent person. When you are a fiduciary, the highest duty in the law that can ever be imposed on anybody is a duty to be a fiduciary, right? That means you have to care about these people's investments. You have to make sure that they get the best deal for their investment. You can't compete with them. So being self-regulating in the marketplace, you're already competing with them. It's already a little bit of a, this is suspicious. But now when you're using the powers in the wheelhouse, and it's not clear who's benefiting, since many people have not benefited from it, right? Who in here feels like they've benefited from this, right? Like, let's all raise our hands. Crickets in the background, right? So now it raises another question where it's like, what's kind of going on here? We're asking you to tell us what's going on. We're asking for the data, because I don't want a narrative, and nobody here needs a narrative. We all know what happened. We've seen the timelines. The narrative is not important. The data is important. Facts don't lie. Somebody told me at this conference that I was at, in the middle of a closing argument, actually, I heard it. And it said, I think Benjamin Franklin said that your best friend and your best enemy are facts, because the facts will never lie. So they can be the biggest thorn in your paw because they just never lie. So, those pesky facts, give them up. Give them to us. That's what we want. We want the data. I don't need to hear the narratives. I don't need to hear the apologies. I need to see the data. So we can determine, were you using your toolbox to benefit your own investment? Because you are an investor in this marketplace. You have billions of dollars of assets in this marketplace. You're regulating it. So many people have been injured by these actions. And yet the people that we see being insulated are brokers who had short positions. It just doesn't make sense. So show us the facts, show us the details. They don't want to do that. Obviously, they wouldn't want to do that. That of itself is indicative. You don't want to give in to lawsuit if you're being sued, because you don't want to, I don't know. But I think if it was myself, I would just offer it to opposing counsel and ask them to dismiss if it was me, because I had nothing to. But, different people have different strategies in litigation. Maybe they don't want to open the door. Maybe they want to be like a McDonald's. McDonald's will never settle, because they don't want people to sue them. So they want to make it like an uphill battle. Maybe that's their tactic. I don't know. But I do know that I don't have the facts. I do know that I don't have the data. I do know that investors, retail investors, private families, private people, retirement funds who have invested in this have not seen any benefit to it. They're all waiting hands in pockets. And yet we see that brokerages and whomever shorted this stock,
they're doing all right.
They've been insulated. And they've been insulated from, that is not even a question. If you shorted this stock, it's going private. You were alleviated of your duty. You have been insulated. NextBridge Hydrocarbons just put out a PR like a week ago saying, or maybe less than a week ago, maybe a couple of days ago, saying we have no intention to provide a dividend soon, right? If you hold a short position and you fail to meet your obligation and recover the short, you're responsible for losses of dividend. You have to pay in lieu. It's called payment in lieu.
PIL,
right? If you know, because you have private information as a brokerage, as a regulating organization, when NextBridge Hydrocarbons was coming into matriculation with this merger, right? They are acquiring, they know what's going on. They have to provide information. They have to provide a business plan. All these things that FINRA and the SEC have to sign off on, check. Okay, we did our due diligence to investigate. Do those questions involve, when are you providing a dividend? What is your business plan? It's not to provide dividends right now. It's to gather money. They told everybody. All of us knew it too.
Gotta keep drilling. Gotta meet those commitments.
Yeah, and that they were going to sell shares to these people who were going to make investments. Do we remember that? Because everybody was talking about it when the first chunk of those shares were sold, right?